Well, hello guys, my name is Nick from Nick's Toy Garage, and today we're doing an old English classic, one of my all-time favorite English cars. It's the Corgi Jaguar XJS. Now, let's take a closer look at it while it rolls into frame. As you can clearly see, it's black, bumpers are black, the bottom is black, the body is black, everything is black, but it's missing a taillight. Now these parts are not available for purchase, so I decided to just make my own. The interior is in quite good shape, but the windshield, well, you cannot see through it. It's just that cloudy. Here is the bottom, all black, Corgi Jaguar XJS. Not really any spring to it, so not like the older Matchbox cars. So first order of business is getting rid of the rivets. We have one rivet in the back and one rivet in the front. After both rivets are drilled out, I take my handy dandy screwdriver and pry open the front of the model. The rivet releases, but the back doesn't. Story of my life. Not really sure what I meant with that, but oh well. No, then I take, well, parts are already falling out, so this is a success. I just take my brute force and try not to snap the base in half. A great success. Next I take out the remainder of the bumper, the interior. Next I take out the tail light, because there's only one left, and the headlights. Next, the glass just comes right out, and last but not least, I take out the dashboard, which is separate from the model. Now I decided to leave the doors in place for the next step, because yes, I'm finally going to show you my investment. Are you guys ready? Here it is. I bought myself a sandblasting cabinet. Finally, no more of that horrible, stinky and time-consuming paint stripper. Just look at it in action, because this is the first time I'm using it. I'm going to show you a little bit longer, but the paint just flies right off. No longer the horrible wait time for the paint to come loose with the paint stripper. The toothpick, the dental pick, the scotch brite, it's all in the past. No, this isn't only faster, this is just so satisfying to watch, and the end result is really nice, and it doesn't damage the model or the fine detail at all. Just to show you the inside, look at the paint just fly off. I love this investment, and I really think it's a step forwards for my channel. Last thing we'll show is the body itself, and you can just see the it's leaving them. It's incredible. I love this investment. It's going to save me so much time. The entirety of the paint stripping just only took me about 5 minutes instead of the 2 hours it usually takes me to get the paint off, and this is the result. And if I do say myself, it looks really good, and it doesn't damage the metal or the, I think it's galvanized, I'm not really sure. It doesn't damage it at all. No, normally the base is black, but I decided to leave it just like this with the, well, bare metal, because it looks so much better. Now for a little test fit, just so I can see what parts of the bottom need to be painted so they match the body color. Now for primer, I'm using a fine surface primer by Tamiya in white. Just 3 coats in total, leaving between 15 to 25 minutes to dry between coats. Now it's really hot outside, so it doesn't really take that long, but I just like to wait and do nothing, for those who know me. Also, don't forget to paint on the inside, because, well, the door is open. Next step, opening the doors, and obviously I did not forget the door jambs this time. Well, did I ever forget those? Not really sure, can't remember. If I did ever forget that, just let me know in the comment section down below, I guess. So next, when this step is done, I move on to the next step, obviously. Now for the color, I decided to go with a dark green. Not really British racing green, but this is the closest I had to that magnificent color. So again, 3 coats in total, leaving between 15 to 25 minutes to dry between coats. This is the first coat. This is a really light coat, so the paint actually sticks to the model. Then the next coat is with the doors no, it's not, the next coat is on the base, just painting the part, and I know I'm not wearing gloves, that was really stupid of me, I just forgot. Painting the part that you will actually see, that needs to be a body color. So for the next coat I decided to paint every door jamb and every white spot that is left, just give it a nice thick coat. And for coat number 3 I just have to close the doors and do one more full wet coat to get the best result possible. And I have to say, for myself, I really love this dark green on this model. It just suits the Jaguar so much. I was actually debating on doing it this green or gold, making the Top Gear grandfather clock from, I think, the 2-door coupe challenge. That isn't the Porsche. So next step, it's on to the fine detail, usually my favorite step of every restoration, but I bought a sandblasting cabinet, I will keep repeating this step, and that's my new favorite step of every restoration, because it's just so satisfying to do and so satisfying to watch. Now the only fine detail on this model are the 2 door handles, because the Jaguar logo, the XJS and number plates are all integrated into the plastic bumper. Now next we go from black bumpers and some faded grille to nice chromed / silver with just some, well, literally wheel paint that you put on aluminium rims in real life. Now for the rear light, I just took a piece of clear plastic, snipped out a little bent corner, then used some glue and baking soda to create this. No, I know it isn't perfect, but it is the closest I can come up with. Now, please let me know in the comment section down below what your opinion is of this DIY job. Then I will never obviously get the same red, so I decided to paint both taillights in just a cheap red paint I had laying around. Now, polishing the windshield, we go from cloudy to perfectly see-through. This is the first time I got this good of a result on one of my windshields. Next, let's take my clean toothbrush, some hot soapy water, and clean the dirty interior, which hasn't been cleaned in about a million years, because, well, aren't Jaguars that old? Not really sure. Next, for the reassembly, I just take my hammer and, well, off camera, because it wasn't really able to do it on camera, and just took my hammer and snap the axles back into place. Well, just give it a good whack with my hammer. Make sure the wheels are all turn around. Then let's take my model, let's take my dashboard and snap it back into place. This is one of the more difficult steps, because the actual builder Nick doesn't really know what he's doing. Just, yeah, there we go, just go under it, because there is a tap. Then slide in the front, not the front, just the windshields, or the glass. Then you should place the front bumper, because the interior slides above it, but I wasn't that smart this time. So take it back out. That's also upside down, Nick. You're doing a magnificent job. Headlights go in next. Then I take the front bumper again and just slip it under the interior. Then, not the rear bumper, Nick. First, the taillights. The taillights. Yeah, that's the right way around, but you forgot the taillights. There you go, he's listening finally. Need to train him up a little bit more. So the taillights go in. Just make sure the new taillight is in the right position and adding a little bit more glue, so this will be strong as ever. Then the rear bumper goes in. The bottom snaps back into place. And for the last step, I take a little self-tapping screw and just tap it into both posts, one in front and one in the back, so you can easily take it apart again. So this is everything for this restoration. There was a fly. Let's take a look at it before the restoration. No, I'm a little bit too fast. We need the antenna. So just snap off the antenna and place it in the hole. I also always forgot this step. So this time let's take a look at it before, when it was all black, bent, missing taillights, missing paint, clouded windshield, faded headlights, black bumpers, only the wheels and tires were actually good. And let's take a look at it after the restoration, right here in its glorious green with the antenna right there. It's magnificent, and if I do say so myself, the taillights doesn't even look that bad. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this restoration. Also don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you in a future video. Bye.